Studio B, this is Newswatch 18 with Addison Speck, Chris Cuellar, and Jen Hakey, Sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Welcome to Newswatch 18. I'm Addison Speck.
And I'm Chris Cuellar. The City of Ames will have a snow ordinance in effect tonight. The current weather forecast is predicting a wintry rain-snow mix that will be sweeping through central Iowa overnight. The City of Ames ordinance goes into effect when 2 or more inches of snow fall on the streets, and it starts at 11:30 tonight. Vehicles parked on snow routes when the ordinance is in effect will be ticketed and towed. They should be moved off to off-street parking locations. We will have more on this during the weather report later in the broadcast.
Student Democrats and Republicans debated over gun control last night in the Memorial Union.
Because it's important for people to see both sides of an issue. You know, if you just get one side of the issue, you just get fed that all the time. It's not fair, and you get close-minded. So it's a beauty of democracy is that you get both sides of the issue.
It was the second annual Caucus Cup debate moderated by Greenlee School professor Tom Beal. This year's judges from the journalism, English, and history departments decided that the Republicans won this year's debate. The Greenlee School First Amendment Day is Thursday, April 7th.
Students, this is your last chance to vote for the general GSB student elections. The polls close at 11:59 p.m. tonight. You can vote by visiting vote.iastate.edu. Running for president and vice president is Dakota Hoban and Jared Knight, and they are running against Jessica Bruning and Dan Voss. Also on the ballot are the races for Senate seats and constitutional ordinances.
Students from Iowa State and other Regent schools lobbied at the Capitol yesterday. Addie Olson has the story.
Students boarded buses outside of the Memorial Union and set off for the state capitol in Des Moines yesterday. They joined students from Iowa's other 2 Regent universities to share their views about House File 45, a budget bill that would cut funding to Iowa State, UNI, and the University of Iowa by 9.1%. The ISU ambassadors were among those lobbying for the bill.
And our main event is Regents Day today, and so we've been trying so hard this whole semester to get everyone organized, to get as many students as we can to come and lobby against the cuts.
Students held up signs, set up displays, and even had the chance to speak with their legislators about the cuts. But not all students were there to lobby against them.
We're here to show the legislators that there are people at university level that do understand why they are proposing these budget cuts, and that there's people that understand it and they are supporting the budget cuts. We're not here to support tuition increases. We're completely against that as well. But people here that are lobbying against tuition increases are lobbying the wrong people. The people up in the chambers don't establish our tuition. It's the people back at the universities that do that.
The college Republicans feel that the university can make the cuts without raising tuition. Governor Terry Branstad even came out to speak with them, where he was met by the opposition chanting, "Stop the cuts." Jessica Bruning is the director of the ISU Ambassadors and leader for Regents Day. She spoke along with leaders from the University of Iowa and Northern Iowa among a crowd of lobbyists and legislators alike.
Students are seeing effects in their everyday classes in larger class sizes, fewer course offerings, dwindling faculty and staff, and many other cut services for students. Students can see that the education that they are paying for is suffering, and we're here to ask you today to please stop the cuts. Regents Day at the Capitol is democracy in its purest form. It's students coming together from rival universities in one united cause coming to say, yes, we want a say in our government.
Regardless of whether students were lobbying for or against the cuts, they were all there for the same purpose, to have their voices heard by the legislators who hold power over our future. For ISU TV, this is Addie Olson.
The closely monitored price of oil is holding steady at $104 per barrel. The recent jump is more apparent in Ames than in Des Moines, where unleaded gasoline is hovering at $3.36 per gallon. The average price of regular gas in Ames is $3.50 per gallon. A falling supply in crude oil from Libya is mainly to blame for the spike in gas prices nationwide. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, is considering joining with Saudi Arabia to increase crude oil output in an effort to combat skyrocketing prices.
The company that makes Skippy peanut butter is recalling both its reduced fat creamy and its reduced fat chunky peanut butter because they may be contaminated with salmonella. The 16.3-ounce jars that could be contaminated have use-by dates of May 16th through the 21st. No illnesses have been linked to the peanut butter yet, but salmonella was detected by the company through its own testing.
A Des Moines man that killed an elderly woman by driving his truck through her front window will face tougher charges than were initially presented. 50-year-old Lauren Bishop killed 73-year-old Mary Miller on January 22nd after losing control of his vehicle. Bishop had initially been charged with vehicular homicide by reckless driving, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. He has now been charged with vehicular homicide under the influence of a controlled substance, which carries a maximum sentence of 25 years. Bishop has pleaded not guilty to the charge.
The Ames Library is encouraging you to not just read a book, but read an e-book. The library has declared March 6th through the 12th as Read an E-Book Week. With a drastic increase in e-book purchases lately, the goal of e-book week is to educate the public on advantages of reading electronically. The library is offering a Tech Talk session this Wednesday at 7 p.m. to give people hands-on training of the technology.
A Pizza Ranch delivery driver in northwest Iowa had a tight escape from a watery plunge over the weekend. 25-year-old Therese Reinhold was delivering pizzas when she lost control of her vehicle late Friday night, and it went into the Little Sioux River. The minivan submerged into the icy water quick enough that Reinhold was unable to get out of the driver's side door. She instead broke out the passenger window and swam out. The van and the pizza boxes were found 12 feet underwater this morning.
Coming up after the break, the ISU women's basketball team had its first game of the Big 12 tournament today, and several Cyclone basketball players received postseason awards. We will have all the details coming up next on Newswatch 18.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Welcome back to Newswatch 18 with sports. I'm Kaysi Woodley. The ISU women's basketball team was victorious in its first game of the Big 12 tournament this afternoon. The Cyclones topped Nebraska 69-61 in Kansas City, Missouri. Freshman Lauren Mansfield posted a career-high 23 points to lead the Cyclones over the Huskers. From beyond the arc, Iowa State excelled as it hit 13 three-pointers, just one basket shy of the all-time Big 12 championship mark. With the win, Iowa State will face fourth-seeded Kansas State tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. The Big 12 announced its postseason awards for the season yesterday, and among the list of honorees were 3 Cyclone women's basketball players and 2 men's players. Senior Kaysi Woodley was a unanimous selection for the All-Big 12 first team. Woodley posted 18.6 points per game in conference action, which ranks 3rd among Big 12 players. Woodley also ranked among the top 5 in the league in scoring, free throw percentage, and 3-point field goals made. Sophomore Chelsea Poppins earned a spot on the Big 12 all-defensive team after drawing 35 charges this season and tallying 20 steals. Freshman Hallie Christofferson was named to the all-freshman team after a rookie season of 9.3 points per game and 5.2 rebounds per game. On the men's side, senior Deontay Garrett was named to the all-Big 12 second team, and junior guard Scott Christofferson earned honorable mention. Another Cyclone athlete received an award yesterday as ISU's track and field standout Betsy Sainu was named to the Midwest Region Female Track Athlete of the Year for 2011. Sainu won the 5,000-meter title at the 2011 Indoor Track and Field Championships and added a 3rd-place finish in the 3,000-meter run at the Big 12 meet. Iowa State head coach Corey Emmels said that Sainu has already established herself as one of the premier runners nationally and that the award affirms her national standing. Sainu is set to compete for the NCAA Division I 5,000-meter title on Friday at 7:05 in College Station, Texas. As mentioned on Sunday's Newswatch, the ISU men's basketball team received a number 12 seed in the Big 12 tournament and will face off against the number 5 seed Colorado tomorrow. Tip-off in Kansas City is set for 2 p.m. and the game will be televised on the Big 12 network, or you can check out the live stream on ESPN3. And now we'll go to Sam Schreier with a look at the current weather.
Thank you, Kaysi. Well, we have snow tonight. We're going to see snow tomorrow, but then as we move through the week, we're going to get a brief warm-up as we get ready for spring break. So stay tuned right here to Newswatch 18.
It starts in your own neighborhood. When you care enough to give your time to help someone still learning the way and getting involved in the needs of your community.
Once you've helped bring a smile to someone's face and help brighten their day, you'll be hooked for life.
The Major League Baseball Players Trust and Volunteers of America are teaming up to make a real difference in the lives of the people in our communities. No matter who you are or where you live, Volunteers of America believes there are no limits to caring. Join a winning team. See what you can do to help. Call 800-899-0089 or visit volunteersofamerica.org.
Welcome back to Newswatch, everyone. I'm Sam Schreier. I'm going to be doing your weather today. So let's take a look at our day planner. So you guys can see we've got 34 degrees at midnight tonight. We're going to have snow tonight as we move through 6 a.m. We're going to see, again, snow-rain mix, 32 degrees, and 3 p.m. we're going to see 33 degrees with the possibility of a slight warm-up there as we keep moving through. And our current conditions in Ames right now, as I walked into the studio, we were getting pounded with rain. Right now, that's probably changed over to a bit of a rain-snow mix. Temperatures at 38 degrees right now, and our winds are going to go ahead and pick up as we keep going. And as we move through our current conditions, like I said, throughout the state, Storm Lake, Clarendon, Ames, all those places, they're getting rain, snow mix, and as we move through the night, that's going to change over into more snow. Our current temperatures throughout the state, we've got 30s, basically all throughout the state. Upper northwest parts of Iowa hovering in the 20s. That's going to change over to 30s as the night goes on. So like I said, Ames forecast for tonight, rain, snow. We're actually seeing the effects of a low pressure that started in Oklahoma. It's moving through to Illinois. That is, as we move through the night, that's going to change completely over to snow. We could see 5 to 9 inches of snow as the night continues. But blowing winds won't be a problem. That's going to be real heavy, thick snow, so it's nothing we wouldn't have to worry about too much as far as visibility. But you should keep an eye out for that. That could be tough traveling tonight. And then tomorrow, again, we're going to see 35-degree temperatures, possible wintry mix, 4 to 8 inches as we go through that. Not going to be as bad as tonight. So we're going to send it back to the desk with Chris.
Thanks for that, Sam. Thousands of fans watch Cyclone sports every year. While most people tune into basketball or football games, many forget about the club sports at ISU. Sam Turner and Rachel Bagley show you inside the world of lacrosse at Iowa State.
Lacrosse is a sport few people from Iowa have probably heard of, but as club coach Brendan Gross explains, this relatively unknown sport is gaining popularity across the Iowa State campus.
It's a club team here at Iowa State. It's been around since I think 1992. Our team's comprised of players from Minnesota, Illinois, and then scattered around the Midwest. We do accept players that never played before to give them a chance to play a new sport that they've probably never heard of or seen play.
Within the past few years, the club has nearly doubled in size and seen a rise in experienced players.
More and more kids are starting to want to play now. Like, this is our first year we actually recruited from inside Iowa State, like sending out a mass email to get kids to know about our club team. Like most kids we talked to, they did not know we had a team here. So getting the word out is the best thing we can do to get all the younger skilled players to come out.
Only one high school in Iowa has a sanctioned lacrosse team, but high school teams in Minnesota and Illinois are much more common. The lacrosse club plays their games on Tower Fields and has 2 home games coming up.
We have 2 home games this year. They are at the end of March, the 26th and 27th, that weekend. We play Marquette that Saturday at 11 o'clock and then Nebraska at 2:30 on Sunday.
For ISU TV, I'm Sam Turner with Rachel Begley.
Attendance at lacrosse club games are all free.
And that's all we have for Newswatch tonight. Stay tuned next Thursday for all your Cyclone sports and weather.
Have a great night.